Hey there, crypto enthusiasts. Welcome to another edition where we talk about the latest trends, the latest updates, the latest news in the world of cryptocurrency. So, I came across this article about Stellar XLM. I posted about it in one of my previous videos. If you're subscribed to the channel, you will see. But I want us to go through this article and educate ourselves and dive deep into Stellar XLM. So without further ado, let's get into it. Intro to Stellar. So Stellar is an open source network optimized for payment and asset issuance. On Stellar, you can create, send, and trade digital representations of all form of value: US dollar, Argentine peso, Bitcoin, real estate, pretty much anything on Stellar XLM. So it's designed so all the world's financial system can freely interoperate with each other, all on a single network. As a public network, Stellar has no owner. If anything, it's owned by the public. So everybody owns it. It's owned by the public. The software runs across a decentralized open network and handles millions of transactions each day. Like Bitcoin and ETH, Stellar relies on blockchain to keep the transaction in sync, but the end user experience is more like cash. Stellar is much faster, cheaper, and more energy efficient than typical blockchain-based system. What is Stellar for? The network was launched in 2014. Since then, it's processed more than 3 billion operations made by over 7.4 million individual accounts, large enterprise companies, and as small as single dev startup have chosen Stellar to move money and access new markets. So from the beginning, Stellar has been cryptocurrency adjacent, but the software has been intended to enhance rather than supplant the existing financial system. Whereas Bitcoin network was made for trading only Bitcoins, Stellar is decentralized system that is good for trading any kind of value in a transparent and efficient way. So the Stellar network has a digital currency, the Lumen or XLM, which is required in small amounts for initializing accounts and making transactions. So for you to operate on the Stellar network, you need Lumen to make a transaction. At least a little bit, if not one or two, just make sure there is Lumen. So, and beyond these requirements, Stellar doesn't privilege any particular currency. It's specifically designed to make traditional form of value more useful and accessible in the digital realm. So, for example, here's what you can do with Stellar. You can create a digital representation of US dollar or a dollar token and tell the world that whenever someone deposits a traditional dollar with you, you will issue them one of your new tokens. So when someone brings back that dollar token back to you, you promise to redeem it back in turn for one of the regular dollar in that deposit account. You've set up a one-to-one relationship between your digital token and the traditional dollar. So what this is saying is that whenever you like issue a token, you can issue a token on the Stellar network, and you can issue that token in exchange of one traditional dollar. So one token is in exchange of one traditional dollar. That means you've created a one-to-one relationship between your digital token and traditional dollar. You can pause and check. Okay, so now, who builds on Stellar? For end users, Stellar is a fast, efficient network for trading, saving, and spending digital money. For builders and institutions, it opens financial infrastructure. Anyone can access Stellar and digital assets living on the network. There is no permission or application needed, thanks to Stellar being open source. In addition to anybody being able to access the Stellar network, anybody can issue an asset on Stellar. So anybody, either old or young, so far as you can access the internet and know how to educate yourself on this, you can issue an asset of Stellar. For instance, a financial institution can issue new digital tokens to fill a market need, say for the Swiss franc, without joining a proprietary association or dealing with a gatekeeper to ensure that these digital assets are ready for use. The respective issuers called anchors handle deposit, redemption, and compliance. So the application builders can create products and services that leverage said assets while focusing on end user experience. The power of the Stellar network and ecosystem grows with each new company and developer. So how exactly does Stellar work? At its most basic, Stellar is a system of tracking ownership. For tracking ownership, like accountants have for centuries, it uses an immutable ledger to do so. But Stellar's innovation is there that there is no actual accountant. Instead, there is a network of independent computers, each checking and rechecking the work of the others. So Stellar is a system without a central authority, meaning no one can stop the network or secretly adjust the numbers to his or her liking. Yet, even without a central authority, the Stellar ledger is verified and updated every 5 seconds. So this is made possible by a unique algorithm called the Stellar Consensus Protocol, which keeps everything in sync via a proof of agreement. There are many ways to get agreement or achieve consensus across a decentralized system. Bitcoin's visionary proof of work method was the first and is still the most famous, but like many first drafts, proof of work left room for improvement. POA and SCP strive to be better by being configurable, fast, and high energy efficient. So in conclusion, Stellar networks make moving of digital assets interoperable, meaning they can operate with one another. It makes, compared to Bitcoin's proof of work, which only works for Bitcoin. With this, you can tokenize any currency, be it Naira, dollar, peso. So you can create a digital dollar on Stellar Network and issue it to the world in exchange for the traditional dollar. So which means each token will have one-to-one backing. So it means each token will have one-to-one backing, like $1, one traditional dollar, one digital dollar. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on that little notification bell so that you won't miss future updates like this. And let's grow in this community together. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.